Hey, this is Bert Brocker, head coach of Texan Buick and GMC, and I'm proud to bring you the Tailgate from Texan Plaza. That's right, at the all-new Turner Stadium. And this year, it's going to be hosted by the one and only from 610 Sports Radio, Mr. John Lopez.
Just like the man said, we are at Texan Plaza. This is the Tailgate at Texan Plaza, and it's going to be a lot of fun tonight like it always is. Welcome to the show. I'm John Lopez. That's Bert Brocker. Let me tell you what we got coming up today. We got this guy right here. We're going to have to show him on TV. It's Troy Kite from Humble ISD, the athletic director. We've got several guys we're going to talk to on the plaza as well. And y'all can talk. It's fun. It's all right. I can talk loud. It's no big deal. We got an NFL Hall of Famer. Guys, you guys want to pay attention to this. We have an NFL Hall of Famer. 12 times he went to the Pro Bowl. Kenny Houston, and he's one of the greatest there's ever been. We got the Summer Creek Bulldogs here. They're only undefeated, that's all. And that's all. Undefeated, that's what I said. We've got the Atascocita High School golf team. They're off, and we got a lot of fans and friends of Atascocita High School, including the pretty girls right here. But let's start right here with Bert Brocker. With Bert Brocker and Troy Kite.
Absolutely. You know, last year had an opportunity to join out here and get a chance to buy the plaza here, Texan Buick GMC, and this man right here, Mr. Troy Kite, the athletic director, along with Kristen and Dr. Sconzo, were a big part of that. And, you know, Troy, we'll never be able to thank you enough because that's how we're able to bring this show to you. Tell us a little bit about the stadium and what your part of the role is out here.
Well, we finished renovations a little over a year ago. The community, 80% of the community voted for the bond referendum, and so that's a great sign of support from our entire community. Your signing of this plaza really opened up a hometown atmosphere, so it's been a two-way street for both of us. To have this type of atmosphere out here pregame is like what we have at a college, and that's what we were looking for, so it's been a good partnership for both of us.
Absolutely.
It's great for you guys. Let me ask you about rapid growth. We're going to talk to the Summer Creek guys in a little bit. But this district, if you don't know, is growing really, really fast. It went from basically 2 schools to 5 and more on the way in such a short time. What kind of challenges does that bring as an athletic department?
It brings a lot of challenges. When you go from 2 high schools to 5 high schools in 5 years, there's a lot of dynamics involved. There's a lot of changes involved, and change isn't always welcome, you know, by the community. So it's been a very dicey last 5 years. But Summer Creek has been our last high school, their 2nd year of existence. Great coaching staff, great leadership, so it's been an easy transition to bring them in.
Humble Independent School District Athletic Director Troy Kite with me, and here's the deal. This is what makes it really good and unique in this area. You guys are bringing the competition level. It's not dipping at all. Humble football is way up there. Summer Creek, like I said, we'll talk to them. Atascocita has had a lot of success. How does that happen when the growth is so much, but you're splitting the talent pool?
Well, without a doubt, it's the community. You know, the community drives high expectations, whether it's academically or athletically. You know, as a coach, I wanted to come to this district for that expectation. We can bring in coaches because when a community expects high things, they're also willing to offer a great deal of support with that. And as a coach, that's your dream, is to have a lot of community support, and we have that.
All right, if you haven't seen this stadium, come on out to the Tailgate. It's a fantastic stadium. They have luxury suite. They have everything you can imagine. Great new facility. Tell me about some of the events you guys have had here, and I know you got big plans for this because you gotta pay some bills.
We do. You know, the idea is when we did some things with the facilities to bring in some outside groups. We had a college track meet here last spring with U of H, TSU, and Prairie View. We had the Senior Olympics last June, and the biggest event we have coming is next summer with the AAU Junior Olympic Track and Field Meet, which will bring over 12,000 athletes. The economic impact for this community alone is in the $15 to $20 million range. So it is impact. It helps pay his bills, but it also brings things to the community.
All right, Bert, I know you got something for him, yeah.
And I'm even going to go back to Troy. You know, that's the one thing about the show and about what all this is out here. You know, there's football Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and naturally revenue's brought out here to the community. You've got other companies, Waste Management. You know, you've got Herman Memorial. I mean, you know, you've got some big-time investors out here, Cerna Insurance. You know, there's just a lot of great companies. We're all part of it. It's a community deal. But you know what? It don't matter where you're at. You've got to get out here to the stadium. It's an unbelievable place.
Well, let's talk about that. You put this together, I know, not by yourself. You weren't out here throwing bricks down. But fundraising is integral. You know, you have a relationship with Bert, of course. But how much of your job is actually pounding the pavement and convincing people this is the product, seeing faces like this with success?
I think the biggest thing that I had to adjust to is that part of an athletic director's job is marketing and finding the right partnerships. You know, we have strived to find the right partners. They have to have the same values, same ideas that we have. You know, when Bert and I first started talking about this, Bert's idea was to bring a festival atmosphere to this. That's what he wanted. Yes, this. I mean, this was an 18-month project for him to bring it out here. It's what we need to bring excitement to our community. The other partners we have all have the same values. You know, they want to be a part of the community, and on our end, I don't want to go to a partner and say I want a handout. I want it to be a two-way street to where we're happy, they're happy, and it'll have a long-time relationship if we have those. That's
Troy Kite. I'm going to head out to the Tailgate Plaza right here because this is the Plaza. Thanks to Troy Kite, and of course we're going to see who else is out here. And I think I see a Humble Independent School District board member. Yes, it is Robert Scarfo. How are you, Robert?
Great to see you.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your guys' role. We were talking to Troy about, and this is something that the entire city is interested in. You have a facility here that is bar none. The success of the programs has been amazing. It starts with the community, but you guys have a lot coming across your desk.
Well, we do, and I'll tell you, but with that community support, we were able to do this, and we raised they approved the bond money, and we were able to do this last year, had it ready to open, and for the amount we put into this stadium, and as you said, what we have, it is second to none. So, I mean, it's a great resource for the community, and as Troy had told you, we have the Junior Olympics coming this spring. That's going to be another great boon to the local economy, to the district. So it's really great that we can do these things.
Keeping a competitive balance, I know, is very difficult. Parents want their kids to be on the good teams. They're all good teams out here. You guys have managed to keep a competitive balance. What is that like? Take us behind the scenes a little bit.
Well, there's a lot whenever you're talking about attendance zones and having to make changes. That can be kind of contentious because, as you say, you know, the parents feel like, well, no, I don't want to go here, I want to go. So, yeah.
Parents never do that.
No, they never do. But it's great. I mean, everybody in the end comes together. The board puts a lot of hard work into it. And I'll tell you, the administration, the staff is just top notch. And we are really blessed as a district and as a community to have the folks we have working in this district here with us.
Well, you guys have got a great thing. Listen, we are the Tailgate Plaza out here is just buzzing with activity, and we are really proud to bring you this show. Guess what we're really proud to bring you next? How about an NFL Hall of Famer? Kenny Houston is going to be sitting with us in the next segment. Don't go anywhere. He's been to the Pro Bowl 12 times. He's an NFL Hall of Famer, a legend, and we're going to talk some football. We're going to have a lot of fun right here at the Tailgate at Texan Plaza. I'm John Lopez. Don't go anywhere.
This is Bert Brocker, head coach of Texan Buick GMC. We're here live at the Turner Stadium, the Texan Plaza. Anyway, what do y'all got to say? Hey. All right, y'all going to be on television next Saturday morning on Channel 51 Ion, and it's citywide. And y'all just need to raise some more noise here. Y'all getting ready for tonight's game out here at Tailgate?
I'm John Lopez. You are watching the best sports talk show on TV, The Tailgate at Texan Plaza, brought to you by Texan Buick GMC. Don't go away. That's what you call a lot of fun right there. We are at Turner Stadium. This is the tailgate at Texan Plaza. We got dogs barking, we got cheerleaders cheering, we got a lot to cover here. And I am John Lopez, and we're glad to have you back here on the tailgate at Texan Plaza. Hey, don't forget to come join us out here anytime you like. You can see the taping schedule, when we're going to be taping the show, at TexanPlaza.com. That's TexanPlaza.com. And by the way, at that website, you can nominate a team of the week. You can nominate the talk of the tailgate, which we'll be getting to them in the next segment. But this segment, guys, I want you guys to pay attention real quick. These guys, if you look in their eyes, Kenny, they all have that dream. This guy right here is an NFL Hall of Famer, 12-time Pro Bowler, and one of the best football players I've ever laid my eyes on in my life, Kenny Houston. I think he needs a little round of applause from the guys that are following him up here.
Hey, thank you, guys. Okay? Just like you. And congratulations, okay? You guys are doing well. Thank you.
Got a good football squad behind you.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about some of the things that we need to talk about here, some sports. Let's start with your career, just to educate some of the folks that need to know. You started with the Houston Oilers. Well, you were,
right.
Yeah.
I actually started in Lufkin, Texas, you know, and that's why these kids remind me so much, you know, Friday night football, stuff like that. And I didn't have that dream of being a Hall of Famer, but I did have that dream of playing football, and it all has to start here, and that's why I want to congratulate the coach.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Prairie View A&M.
Prairie View A&M.
And that's where I wanted to start. A lot of these kids may not have, you know, the greatest things going for them in terms of finances, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. If you chase that dream and you have the talent, it can happen for you.
What, if you chase that dream and that's what you want to do, there is a way, okay? And I went to Prairie View. I was on scholarship. Myself and a guy by the name of Wiley Smith, who they really wanted. And I always say I was the other end of a package deal. But going to Prairie View at that time and the way things worked out, I met my wife there. A lot of tremendous football players during that period of time. And I will tell these guys, I don't care where you go. If you're a football player, they'll find you.
They will. I say the same thing all the time. Let's talk about the Houston Texans real quick, and then I want to get back to some of the highlights of your career. But the Houston Texans have got, I think, a pretty special thing started here. You and I have talked about them a lot. I'm not going to say you were critical of their secondary and defense last year, but you saw some things that needed improvement. Have you seen that improvement so far?
Absolutely. And, you know, and I don't like to not talk about anybody at all. Okay?
Right.
But what was interesting at the end of the season, they didn't change players, they changed coaches.
Yeah.
Okay. And pretty well, for the most part, you got the same guys, and you watch them play on Sunday, and they look like a total different team. And I did go to the game, and, you know, offense and defense, they kind of pick each other up.
Yeah.
When a defense is playing like that, I mean, they are all out. And you have to take your hat off to Coach Phillips, because it's all about him, you know. Well, I mean, let me go back. It's about Coach Kubiak hiring Coach Phillips, okay? And so now they have a complete team. It's going to be a fun team to watch.
They're going to be a real fun team to watch. Let's talk about the secondary. Your expertise, you've coached it, of course, as well as played it. What's going on in the secondary right now? Some of these individual players had some bad games last year. We all know that. But at the same time, can it change like that? What are you seeing in terms of their technique, their ability to cover now?
Well, their technique is different, but it's the pass rush that's the key. You're right, okay? You know, that quarterback Sunday had one chance or no chance. And it was interesting because I see the defensive end that they switched to a stand-up linebacker. Mario, right. And I'm watching him. You know, here's a guy, what, 6'5"? You know, you got no chance. You got one chance. So that ball has to be out, okay? And, you know, a guy can cover just for so long. If he has to cover all day long, it's not going to happen. The guys are too good. The quarterback has too many chances, so they go hand in hand. But technically, they are using a different technique. I did notice that. So, and I'm not saying the guys last year was bad. The techniques were different. I think this is a better technique.
What about offensively? You obviously know a lot about the offense, playing that position. It seems like they brought James Casey in at fullback. They're using their receivers a lot more. Gary Kubiak, with the confidence of his defense, it seems, is able to do a lot more offensively.
Absolutely. Well, you know, you know, if you can afford to turn the ball over, and it's not going to just be detrimental to you where it's going to cost you, then you can take more chances. You know, Matt Schaub had an excellent game. I always keep saying, well, he's going to boot. You know? And I'm thinking, somebody's going to